Good morning, Tumor Tales Nation. Boom! All right, remember if you remember to subscribe down here on the little subscribe button if you want to get updates on when another video is launched. That bell button thing, you can kind of pick and choose if you don't want to pick up my gloves here. If you don't want to get every time I screw up and try to go live without sound, like I do about once a week. But so today I want to talk about this coronavirus. I don't want to talk about tumors. I want to talk about coronavirus. Gosh, this is a mess. This is something that has really thrown the world into a real shitstorm. So a few things here in the U.S. We've been exposed medically. We have this medical supply chain that just in time ordering and really no stockpile of antibiotics or medical supplies. The U.S. has outsourced all of its manufacturing. So they can't get anything quick anymore. They talk about retooling factories to build respirators, and tell you what, you don't just snap your fingers and do that. That is a long, involved process with great cost. And I look at the individuals out there who've got engineering aptitude, could probably come up with some solutions that would work much quicker than these large companies. However, they would never get passed as viable options because the approval process for new equipment here is so arduous and corrupt that you'd get people with good solutions who'd never see the light of day because they'd have to go through this exhausting multi-year process, and by that time everyone would be dead. So people who have sewing machines could come up with masks that may not be, HEPA filter. Well, actually, you could probably take the HEPA filter from your furnace filtration and maybe do something with that. That might be an idea in a pinch. That might work, depending on the quality of the filter. So maybe we're onto something there. Instead of looking for medical masks, maybe these furnace filter manufacturers could come up with something. A rubber band and a cut-up furnace filter would be better than nothing in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm not a doctor. I certainly don't work for the FDA. So anyway, I'm more worried about stress because of the economic hardship than I am about the health stuff right now. Because the stress, if you know how your body works, when your body's under stress, your immune system becomes weakened. Why? Because, well, think of it. If you are being chased by a lion, okay, you're under a severe, extreme amount of stress. Your body's no longer worried about fighting off, food poisoning, right? When you're looking at a Tyrannosaurus Rex that's chasing you and going to eat you for lunch, you're no longer concerned about your arthritis. You're no longer concerned about the cover sheet for the TPS report anymore, right? So you've got some real problems there. But what happens then is your body's immune system basically shuts down because resources are being allocated to run. It goes to your extremities, your legs, so you got the power to run away from the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So what's happening right now, though, is perceived stress is real to people as real stress. Tyrannosaurus Rex over there behind the tree, or oh my God, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to pay my rent or eat next month because I lost my job because everything's shut down and because of the coronavirus scare. So, what's worse? I don't know. I'm more fearful at people being stressed out because of their personal economic impact is going to cause a lot of more sick people, or people who may not have gotten sick because they're healthy and their immune system was functioning properly. So what can you do? Well, one is ask for help. Don't be prideful. Two is show gratitude for what you have. All right. Three is help other people. All right. Make sure that in times of great stress and personal need, sometimes the way to get your mind off your problems is go help someone else with theirs. Number four, Google. Considering everyone still has internet, Google natural ways to boost your immune system, right? And there's things, obviously vitamin C always comes up, and foods like garlic, ginger root, whatever, on and on and on. There's 100 different ways to boost your immune system. Exercise, okay. And then, really working on, mind, breathing, getting oxygen to your body. Check out Wim Hof breathing techniques. Wim Hof, the guy's awesome. But really, right now, courage is your best line of defense. Courage to face this, and then, don't be afraid to ask for help, but then don't be afraid to go out and look for ways that you can boost your own immunity. For most people, there are simple techniques that can really help you raise your personal health IQ and your immune system. And in times like this, we really need to do everything we can to control your mind as well. All right, control your mind, and the fear and the stress is going to weaken you and give you all kinds of other issues, in this process, and may expose you to getting sick when you wouldn't have. So, again, I'm not a doctor, and is this medical advice? I guess not. But it's I want everyone to be well. I want everyone to be healthy. And right now, my biggest fear isn't coronavirus. Even though I guess technically I'm high risk. I'm out running, I'm getting some fresh air, some oxygen. Feels good. It's cold out here. I guess, for viruses, cold air is probably not the best, but it's nice, fresh, brisk, and it's helping my mindset, getting some exercise. And I want to see everyone who's watching this, get through this. This is something pretty crazy, The U.S. has outsourced all their manufacturing, so to think that they're just going to hit the switch and suddenly all these masks that they want that are produced in China are suddenly going to be here, probably not going to happen, folks. But there are other options there, which I think with some ingenuity we can get through. So focus your energy on positivity. If you're upset and frustrated, get some exercise, get some fresh air, go for a walk, meditation, deep breathing, and then when all else fails, go help someone else who's got it worse. That always helps me. Doing these videos is helping me. So I appreciate you guys watching. Everyone, boom, we're not going to let this beat us. We're going to kick some major ass here. Just keep a healthy, positive mindset. Have gratitude for what you have. There's plenty of help out there. If you need it, don't be prideful. Don't be afraid to ask. And, help each other out. That always helping somebody else makes you feel better. All right, I got to roll, finish this run, and my hands are freezing. All right, boom, I'm out of here.